What would you do if you were ever stranded at sea? In November 2012, seasoned fisherman named Salvador Alvarenga set out from the coast of Mexico for what was meant to be a routine 2-day fishing trip. He had done this countless times before. The Pacific was his workplace, his livelihood, his second home. That morning, he was joined by a young crewmate, 22-year-old Ezekiel. Their small fiberglass boat carried fishing gear, a motor, and the confidence of men who knew the sea. But the ocean is a master of sudden change. Within hours, dark clouds gathered. Storm rolled in, not for a night, not for two, but for an entire week. Towering waves battered their vessel, flooding the engine and sweeping away most of their supplies. When the skies finally cleared, they were no longer near shore. They were adrift, far out in the endless blue, with no working motor, no radio, and no way home. Days turned into weeks. They survived on raw fish, turtles, and even the blood of seabirds when fresh water ran out. They collected rainwater in makeshift containers, rationing every drop. But after about 10 weeks, fell gravely ill. With no medicine, no rescue in sight, and the unrelenting sun above, he died, leaving Alvarenga utterly alone. For the next year, drifted across the Pacific, saw ships in the distance and waved frantically, but none stopped. He battled storms, scorching heat, and the crushing loneliness of isolation. He counted the moons, 15 in all, as the months slipped by. Then, in January 2014, after 438 days at sea, he spotted something miraculous. A thin line of green on the horizon. Land, summoning the last of his strength. He abandoned his battered boat and swam to shore. He had reached Ebon Atoll, a remote part of the Marshall Islands, more than 6,000 miles from where his journey began. There, a local couple found him, gaunt, bearded, and barely able to walk. They gave him food, water, and, most importantly, hope. They signaled for help, and on January 30th, 2014, Salvador Alvarenga was rescued. He had survived the longest-known solo drift at sea in recorded history. His story is not just one of endurance, but of the will to live when every odd is against you. It is a reminder that the human spirit, like the ocean, can be both fragile and immeasurably strong.